toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the USC Trojans, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. So USC's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. And that's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this third down. Quick strike complete. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. The Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds a spot in the middle. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, you know, it was a toss-up every year who was going to win the Big Ten West. That was the easier division. But now, it's just who are the best two teams out of all these teams, all these quality teams. So it's impressive that this team, David, has put themselves in position to play for the championship.
You ain't lying, especially in this conference. Let's be honest, the Big Ten and the SEC, they've separated themselves from everybody else. And so you're competing in this conference, in the middle of the season. You can finish strong. Now we're not just talking about conference championships. We're talking about where can we be in the playoff and how much damage we can do in the postseason.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Got some room in under the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Cal!
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, you got to be able to hit on them, and you saw one right there. That time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page early.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders offense will go to work for the first time today. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Lofts one high and deep. Makes the grab at the 30. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Red Raiders. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Got his man. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Back to pass on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Off the boot, looking for his man. He'll throw it. It's complete to the right. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. And the Trojans can really attack on this second and short. The give to the back. At the 20, he's got space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Fires to the end zone, and he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, USC. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A 70-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. The Red Raiders want to crank the tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Man, those sweet feet could dance on a light bulb. He's out to the 23. And the Red Raiders are facing 3rd and inches. Looking to throw for it. Quickly complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Kessler. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab inside the 30. He's into the open down the middle. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Red Raiders. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Got the first down and more. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. The give to the left side. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The play action fake. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. On target to the left. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. First and 10 coming up. Trying the left side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D-linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Gets rid of it. Right on the money. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on third down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it man.
Touchdown, Trojans! A great catch and run for 6.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And he tacks on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Red Raiders headed quickly to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Let's talk for just a second about Texas Tech. Boy, this just hasn't been their year. All of the aspirations starting the season in the top 5, but there's always someone that seems to bottom out against those big expectations.
No question, Reese, and what's so disappointing, especially looking at this team's offense, is they're just not making the plays. They've got the guys on paper that look like they could be All-Americans. They have guys that can change the course of games. And that's why coming into this season, they were given that top 5 ranking. But on the field, in games, they simply...
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Red Raider! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a...
Breaks into the open. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Skips away from pressure. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Oh, they're after him. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. The Trojans will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Takes it the other way. Finally brought down the one play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Takes the easy throw in the flat. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Firing to the right, complete. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kessler. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Red Raiders come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The hurry-up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. A strike downfield. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Red Raiders with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Red Raiders come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll pull it on the read. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Red Raiders pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. With that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Every coach in the country talks about finishing half strong. Man, how about that? You get the touchdown, a chance to tie this game up and take all the momentum into halftime.
And he tacks on the extra point. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds the tight end. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll go up top on second and short. Gonna take a shot. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Across the 45. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Lubbock.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give them the first down.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Grab behind the line. It's Reddick.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Takes the handoff. It's Willis. Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Red Raider. And that one will give them the lead.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Running back searching for a hole. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. And the Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The run from the shotgun. Looking for room at the 40. He's now up to 95 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's moving out of the pocket. Snagged out of the air. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up. Trojans used to be known for student body right, and they can still do that. But with quarterbacks like this, you want to put it up.
Yeah, I think they hung that up years ago when they started to find, big, strong quarterbacks that can throw the ball all over the yard. So I like the student body right, student body left, but that's a little old school for me.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Complete. Headed to the end zone. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
The Trojans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Southern Cal. The offense cashing it in on that drive. The extra point here would tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start turning it on. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. They opened up this drive getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Looking to throw on first down. Right down the middle. It's complete. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. A really nice day from this quarterback. Over 350 yards passing now, Jeff.
He's had a plan all game long. He just seems to find his best matchups, and he's done an awesome job giving his guys opportunities to make plays.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
He's going to look for a man on third and short. Got his man to the left. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. And the Red Raiders moving quickly to the line.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Still some work to do here on third and goal from the 3. Trying to power it in. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on third down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal from the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now they regain the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep chalking up there.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Under fire! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
He's now over the century mark with 102 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Makes the grab. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. That's caught. It's Wilkins. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Looking for a crease to the left. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for you.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a
touchdown, USC! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And that's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage. And here we are in the fourth quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired, and a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Red Raiders want to move quickly. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his tight end. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, running back gets to give. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Intercepted! Oh, what a play!
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field.
There he goes. He's at the top. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Trojans. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like, late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
And the Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo. Now from inside the red zone. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. Gets it out quickly. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Gets it out fast. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. We're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Trojans are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. Got his man on the outside. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is. Make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over. Texas Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go.
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Give to the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
That penalty helped some, but it's still 3rd and long. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
First of all, to stop the clock. No gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. And his 5th interception of the game. A miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Great play by the defense, and they're expecting this, right? In a 2-minute situation, they've got a 2-possession lead. They got a lot of DBs out on the field, and everybody's eyes are just on the quarterback. They're all seeing it thrown, and they're breaking on the ball, and they come away with a nice interception.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And the Trojans are in the hurry-up. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Safe completion on the screen. Inside the 45. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out and in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, USC.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking to throw on first down. Takes the easy completion. And that is how we will wrap this one up. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week, and that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coach.